Hi, this is Joey Quintero with Impact Studio Lighting. And today what I'd like to do for the next 15 minutes or so is share with you some essential lighting tools that are a must for every fashion photographer. Or I'm going to show you some solutions with these lighting tools for your home studio. Let's take a look and let's just dive right in. Alrighty, here we go. We're going to start off with the Fornell Head. Think of the Fornell Head very much like a lighthouse. And in essence, what it does, it gives you a directional quality of light, just like a lighthouse would. It's very focused. It's a hard light source, but you're going to find out why this hard light is your friend. We often think of a hard light as harsh, but you're going to see the results very soon. The unit has a zoom focusing feature that allows you to go wide or very sharp. It comes with a Bowens mount. It's extremely lightweight and very sturdy. I can't wait to play with it. In addition to that, we have the beauty dish, and you're going to see why they call this a beauty dish. Now, note, it does have a larger surface area, so it's going to be inherently a very soft light source. It tends to be a little contrasty, very efficient, never light lost. It's a broad light source as well. Now this deflector on the interior, what it does, it catches the light and essentially distributes it very evenly within the dish and gives a nice smooth effect. What we're going to be emphasizing today is the transition between highlights and shadows so you can see the sculpting, okay? Now, in addition to this, you can pair it up with a 40-degree grid. We offer this as an additional accessory, and what it does, it gives this a little more directional quality. And pairing the two basically gives you two different light sources, or modifiers in this case. Now keep in mind, this grid is not going to give you the spot effect that our good friend the Fresnel gives us. But you're going to notice that the directional quality of light is going to kind of give us a zone of focus light. Use it for dramatic effects. You're going to see the results very soon. Now, our good friend, the white translucent umbrella. This is one of my favorites and a must in every lighting kit. It's soft. It's very inefficient, but that's part of its charm. What it does essentially, it diffuses the light. Think of it as a cloud on a very sunny day when the lighting is very harsh, and it softens the light, brings down the contrast, and kind of creates a softbox effect. And the great thing about the white translucent umbrella, it usually comes with most lighting kits. So again, this is a must. Practical expense essentially, and you'll see the effects. I think you're going to be quite pleased with our good friend, the white translucent umbrella. Okay, let's dive into this and let's start taking some pictures. Very good. Here we go. We're going to put this Fornell Head on there. Excellent. Okay. Now we have two models that I worked with in the past, Laura and Miranda, and I brought two different subjects in here just so we could pose them up so we could get a feeling for how the light's going to fall on two different subjects. We're often doing portraiture, fashion, whatnot. I just want to play with it, and we're just going to have fun with this, okay? And more importantly, we're going to notice the difference between three essential light modifiers. I think you're going to enjoy the results. Okay, let's take a few shots. Okay. Okay, just come in a little bit, a little tighter. Oop. It's not firing. Give me a second here. We're going to do a little reboot. And we're going to start this from scratch again. I think maybe the camera went to sleep. We're going to do this again here. Okay, let's look towards the light. That way we can get a feel for it, okay? And if we could, let's raise the chin just a little bit. Alrighty? Very good. Thank you, ladies. Okay, now let's look at the lens. Very good. And you're going to notice the directional quality with this Fornell head. And I think you're going to appreciate how a hard light can be our friend. Let's take a look at the images as they come up here. And what I like about the Fornell head is that it's compact, very directional, as you'll see here in a second. And again, it does have this zoom feature, which is quite handy if you need to go broad. And it's not a bad feature. As a matter of fact, let's take a few frames just to see how the light quality changes just a little bit here. Okay. Now I'm zooming out just a little bit. Come in just a little bit, ladies. Very good. Hold that. Hold that. Beautiful posing. Raise the chin just a little bit, Laura. Very good. Okay. And again, the hard light can be our friend. And you can see the transition between the specularity on where the light is hitting and how drastically we get a nice shadow out of it. Now remember, gang, our job as two-dimensional artists is to create a third dimension. And you can see the sculpting is beautiful. And what we've done here with the hard light, contrary to belief, is a very nice, pleasing portrait light. Fashion light, I like to say as well. Okay? Now, what I like to do is just mix this up just a drop more. I'm going to focus in just a little bit. And I'm using the zoom reflector feature. And we're going to bring the faces a little tighter. Okay? And raise the chins towards the light. Okay? And I want to show you how charming this is going to look. And I'm focusing in just a little tighter. A little higher on the chin there, Laura. Very good. Let's take a look at our good friend, the hard light. And you can see the transitioning, the sculpting of the light is actually quite pleasing. So never fret the hard light. I think you'll be quite pleased in the long run. Let's move on to our beauty dish. Here we go. Thank you. Now keep in mind the beauty dish, again, has a larger surface area. It's going to be a softer light, and I think you're going to notice the transition between the shadows is much different. But it's a great tool, especially in home studios. You're not sure what to do. We're working in a very confined space here, and you can see the results are coming out pretty darn good. Very good. Let's move on to the beauty dish. All right, same as before, ladies. Towards the light. Couple more frames. Very good. Excellent. Now let's touch base again what the beauty dish does. Large surface area. It's throwing the light everywhere. It's a very broad light source. Great coverage. And you can see by the results, quite pleasing. Now, let's make a comparison between the Fornell Head and the beauty dish. And you can see the Fornell Head has a lot quicker drop-off of the light source. That is, it's a harder light source. The transitioning between the shadow and the highlights is drastic. And if you notice carefully, the coverage on the beauty dish tends to be a lot more smooth. Less contrasty, but good coverage. Let's add another dimension to our beauty dish. Let's add that grid. And again, the grid is going to give us a little more directional quality. It doesn't have quite the focus ability that our Fornell Head has, but you're going to notice it's going to be a little more defined. Let's take a few frames. Very good, ladies. Towards the light again. Chins up just a drop. Hold it. One more. Now look at the lens. Okay, very good. Ooh, very good, Laura. Excellent. We'll wait for these to come up in a second here. And you're going to notice that a simple accessory to our beauty dish adds another light modifier. It gives us some options within our studio, especially within a confined space. And I think you're going to be quite pleased when you see the difference between the two. Notice the transitioning between the highlights and the shadows again. That grid gave us beautiful directional quality. And you can see the fall off of light. It's quite attractive. In my opinion, it's an easy lighting solution by simply adding an accessory to our beauty dish. Let's move on to my favorite friend, the white translucent umbrella. Never lets me down. The surface area is going to give us a very soft light, and I think you're going to be pleased with the results. Let's take a look here. Okay. Here we go. Thank you. Now in a confined space, the umbrella can be a little bit cumbersome, but it'll work. And it doesn't have to be perfect. Here we go. Excellent. That's great. All right, you can see we're going from floor to ceiling, and we don't have a lot of space here, but you're going to notice that this modifier with its surface area is that cloud on a harsh day. Let's take a look at some images here. Okay. Excellent. Same as before, ladies. Right at the light source. Chin up, both. Okay, very good. Chin up a little bit more. Excellent. Couple more. Now right at the lens, and chins down just a drop. Excellent. Okay. I like what we have. Let's take a look here. Now keep in mind, again, umbrella gives a surface area. It's a very soft light. It's a very inefficient light source. And that's part of its charm. And beyond that, again, it usually comes with most lighting kits. This is a great remedy for home studio solutions when you need to light something up, light up a group, perhaps a few people to one person. But if ever you're in doubt, pull out your trusty white translucent umbrella, and I'm sure you're going to get results that you're satisfied with. Thank you so much for joining us today. My name is Joey Quintero with Impact Studio Lighting. We invite you to see us again, and thanks for watching.